Do you know how many pandemics have occurred in history? Not your everyday question, but one that opens the door to a captivating exploration of our past. A pandemic, by definition, is a disease prevalent over a whole country or the world. It's a force of nature that has the power to change the course of human history, not only shaping social and political landscapes, but also driving scientific and medical advancements. From the dawn of civilization to the present day, humanity has been tested time and again by these widespread diseases. Each one a story of resilience, of survival, and often of profound loss. As we journey together through the annals of history, we'll spotlight 7 major pandemics that have left indelible marks on our world. From the distant past to our contemporary era, each holds lessons that resonate even today. Now, let's dive into the fascinating and often tragic world of pandemics. Our journey begins in the year 541 AD. Picture a world dominated by the Byzantine Empire, an era known as Late Antiquity. Suddenly, a silent killer emerges from the shadows, the Plague of Justinian. This plague, believed to have originated from China or India, traveled along bustling trade routes, stealthily spreading its deadly tendrils throughout the empire and beyond. It made its way to the heart of the empire, Constantinople, turning the bustling city into a ghost town. The Plague of Justinian was an indiscriminate reaper, taking a devastating toll on the population. Some estimates suggest that up to 50 million lives were lost, around a quarter of the population of the eastern Mediterranean. The empire's economy crumbled, its military might weakened, and its society was forever altered. The aftermath of this plague helped shape the course of history, leading to the decline of the Byzantine Empire and paving the way for the rise of Islam. The Plague of Justinian, a grim reminder of how disease can shape history. Fast forward to the 14th century, and we encounter the most infamous pandemic of all time. The Black Death, also known as the bubonic plague, is believed to have originated in Asia before making its deadly journey along the Silk Road, eventually reaching Europe. This merciless disease spread like wildfire, carried by fleas that infested black rats, a common sight on merchant ships. It was not just a fever, victims suffered from painful swellings called buboes, hence the name bubonic plague. In just a few years, the plague wiped out an estimated third of Europe's population. That's roughly 25 million lives lost, a number almost too vast to comprehend. The Black Death left a profound impact on the world. It altered the course of history, disrupting societies, economies, and cultures. It resulted in significant changes in medicine, religion, and attitudes towards death. The Black Death, a pandemic that still haunts our collective memory. Now we come to the 20th century, a time of war and a devastating pandemic. The Spanish flu, or the 1918 influenza pandemic, was an unusually deadly strain of the H1N1 virus. Its origins are still debated, but it was first observed in Europe, America, and areas of Asia before swiftly spreading to almost every part of the globe. The world, already grappling with the horrors of World War I, now faced an invisible enemy that was even more lethal. The Spanish flu infected an estimated 1/3 of the global population and claimed the lives of anywhere between 20 to 50 million people. This pandemic's impact was so profound that it led to major advancements in public health, disease prevention, and the establishment of global health organizations. The Spanish flu serves as a stark reminder of the destructive potential of infectious diseases, especially in a world destabilized by conflict. The Spanish flu, a stark reminder of how a disease can ravage a world at war. The mid-20th century also saw another significant pandemic. Emerging from East Asia in the early 1950s, the Asian flu, scientifically known as H2N2, swept across the globe. This contagion, traced back to wild ducks, initially took hold in China before spreading to neighboring regions and eventually worldwide. Air travel's increasing prevalence played a critical role in the flu's rapid dissemination, underscoring the world's growing interconnectedness. In less than 2 years, the Asian flu had infected millions. The global impact was staggering. An estimated 1 to 2 million lives were lost, with the elderly being the most vulnerable. This pandemic was a wake-up call, leading to significant changes in global health policies. Governments around the world started investing more in public health infrastructure, emphasizing the importance of early detection and planning for pandemic scenarios. The Asian flu, a warning of the interconnectedness of our world. It reminds us that in an increasingly global society, the rapid spread of diseases is an ever-present threat. As the 20th century drew to a close, a new kind of pandemic emerged. This was the HIV/AIDS pandemic, a health crisis that originated in the late 1970s and early 1980s. It's believed that HIV, or human immunodeficiency virus, crossed from chimpanzees to humans in Central Africa, leading to the global spread of the disease. The HIV/AIDS pandemic is unique in that it's a slow-moving crisis. The virus damages the immune system over time, which can lead to AIDS, or acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Without treatment, those infected with the virus can live for about 3 years after the onset of AIDS. The pandemic has claimed an estimated 32 million lives worldwide, and it continues to affect millions more. This crisis has profoundly influenced public health policies, pushing for advancements in antiretroviral therapy and a greater focus on prevention strategies. Additionally, it has shifted societal attitudes towards disease and sexuality. HIV/AIDS, a pandemic that changed our understanding of disease. And finally, we arrive at our current crisis. In the last days of 2019, a new disease emerged in Wuhan, China. Named COVID-19, this respiratory illness quickly spread across the globe, earning its designation as a pandemic by March of 2020. Its origin? A novel coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2, likely transmitted from wildlife to humans. The rapid spread of the virus was facilitated by our interconnected world, leaving no corner untouched. The impact has been profound, with millions of lives lost and economies brought to their knees. Yet, amidst the turmoil, humanity has rallied. Unprecedented global efforts have been launched to combat the virus, resulting in the development and distribution of effective vaccines at a pace never seen before. Our daily routines have been reshaped, with masks and social distancing becoming the norm. We've seen a world united in crisis and a world adapting to survive. COVID-19, a pandemic that is still shaping our world. From the Plague of Justinian to COVID-19, pandemics have shaped our world. They've swept across continents, decimated populations, and altered the course of history. The Plague of Justinian devastated the Byzantine Empire, while the Black Death redefined Europe's social and economic systems. The Spanish flu, with its indiscriminate reach, taught us that no corner of the globe is safe from a pandemic's grasp. The Asian flu illustrated the importance of international cooperation in combating global health threats. While the HIV/AIDS pandemic continues to underscore the significance of early detection and prevention. And most recently, COVID-19 has demonstrated the indispensable role of science and technology in managing and mitigating pandemics. Each of these episodes offers valuable lessons, teaching us to be better prepared, more responsive, and always vigilant in the face of such threats. Remember, understanding our past is crucial to navigating our future, especially when it comes to pandemics. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history.